Hello again. If you have seen the first video about modals, we have seen some examples of modals like can, may, might, should, or must, and the 7 basic rules for the modal verbs. A modal is a type of auxiliary. We never use two auxiliaries together. Modals form the negation by themselves. With an auxiliary, the main verb is always in infinitive. Modals are never conjugated. They respect the as-is structure in questions, and we never use to before or after a modal. From these rules, we are going to highlight number 2. We never use two auxiliaries together. So for expressing yo podré, for instance, we can't say I will can because they represent two auxiliaries together. We have to turn to substitutes. So we are going to talk about substitutes when it's not possible to use two auxiliaries together. For instance, regarding ability, if I want to say yo podré regarding ability, we use be able to. I will be able to drive a car when I am 18. But if we talk about permission, we use be allowed to. I will be allowed to drive a car when I am 18 or when I have my driver's license. Also, we use to be supposed or to be expected to instead of should. I should have studied last night. Yo debería haber estudiado anoche. Or I was supposed to have studied last night. Have to is a substitute for must. Tomorrow I will have to study. Mañana tendré que estudiar. We can't use must with will in this sentence because we can't use two auxiliaries together. Regarding need, we will talk about it later. Modal verbs can be used in a variety of different forms. We have seen the modal simple, which usually refers to present or future. And now we are going to talk about modal perfect, as in the example, I should have cleaned the room yesterday. Yo debería haber limpiado la habitación ayer. Therefore, the structure of modal perfects is subject, modal, have plus participle, past participle. The modal verb is used to speculate about the past, to express a possibility or probability in the past, or to make a guess about something. And we choose the modal depending on how sure we are. As we are talking about speculation or deduction in the past, we usually use expressions like yesterday, last week, a month ago, and the like. Regarding uses, we use would when we talk about a decision made too late, should or ought to when it refers to an advice coming too late, might regarding an opinion or possibility but too late, and needn't for talking about an unnecessary past action. We are going to talk about this last one. In this last case, it is important to distinguish between two possibilities. Need, normally in negative in modal perfects, and have to. For instance, in this example, the test has been put off. I didn't have studied last night. El examen ha sido retrasado. Yo no necesitaba haber estudiado anoche. I did it, but it was not necessary. And this example, the test has been put off. I didn't have to study last night. El examen ha sido retrasado. Yo no tuve que estudiar anoche. I didn't do it because I knew it was not necessary. Had better is not a modal perfect, but it's an expression with modality. Its use is very similar to that of should or ought to. I had better study or I'll fail the test. Yo debería estudiar o suspender el examen. You can also contract in I'd better, but it's not very common. The difference between had better and should or ought to lies in the fact that had better is stronger as it implies a bad consequence if we don't follow the advice. Moreover, should is generally used for questions instead of had better or ought to. Remember that the structure of modal perfects is subject plus modal plus have plus participle, and they are used to speculate about the past. So when we want to indicate certainty or logical deduction, we use the expression must have plus participle. When we refer to certainty that something was true in the past or something probably happened in the past. You must have known I was angry. It was so obvious. Debe de haber sabido que yo estaba enfadado. Era obvio. Can't have plus participle for talking about certainty that something wasn't true in the past. I can't have made a good impression because he hasn't phoned me yet. Yo no puedo haberle causado una buena sensación porque no me ha llamado todavía. Please note that we only use can plus have plus participle in positive form when the modal perfect construction is preceded by negative expressions. For instance, it is impossible, or I don't think, or it seems improbable that he can have worked today. Es imposible que él pueda haber trabajado ayer. Regarding possibility, we use the construction could have plus participle when we talk about the past possibility. You could have told me your mom was in hospital. Me podías haber dicho que tu madre estaba en el hospital. You didn't. May have plus participle. She may have phoned, but we don't know because we were in the garden. Ella puede haberme llamado, pero no lo sabemos porque estábamos en el jardín. It's probable. Might have plus participle. You might have known the answer. Tú podrías haber sabido la respuesta. It is a more remote possibility. Regarding ability, we use could have plus participle when we talk about the ability to have done something, but in fact, you didn't do it. You could have played better. Tú podrías haber jugado mejor, but you didn't play well. Or lack of necessity, as we have seen before. Didn't have plus participle, for talking about an unnecessary past action. We did something, although it wasn't necessary to be done. You needn't have made so many pancakes. No, nobody's hungry now. Regarding advice or recommendation, we use should have plus participle for expressing criticism or regret about something you did wrong. You didn't do something which was a good idea. I was anxious. You should have phoned me. Yo estaba nervioso. Tú deberías haberme llamado. You didn't phone me. Or in the same sense, ought to have plus participle. I used to have apologized. I had been very rude. Yo debería haber pedido disculpas, pero yo había sido muy antipático. I didn't apologize. And regarding condition, we use would have plus participle for talking about the past condition or situation, a willingness to do something, but in fact you couldn't do it. I would have visited you, but I forgot your address. Or if I hadn't forgotten your address, I would have visited you. Yo te habría visitado, pero olvidé tu dirección. O si yo no hubiera olvidado tu dirección, te habría visitado. Remember, this is the third conditional. Expressions with would include would rather or would prefer. I would rather stay with you, but I have to study. You can contract it in I'd rather. Yo preferiría quedarme contigo, me quedaría contigo, pero tengo que estudiar. If we don't use the infinitive after rather, we use the subjunctive. I would rather he be kinder. Yo preferiría que él fuera más amable. However, if we talk about you, we use past simple. I would rather you told me the truth. I would rather you didn't lie to me. Preferiría que me contaras la verdad. O preferiría que no me mintieras. In negative, we simply put not after rather. I would rather not to tell you what I really think. Preferiría no contarte lo que realmente pienso. Please note that if we use prefer instead of rather, we use infinitive with to. I would prefer to stay with you, but I have to study. In the same sense that I would like to stay with you. Preferiría quedarme contigo, pero tengo que estudiar. However, if we talk about you, we use the following construction. I would prefer you not to lie to me. I would like you not to lie to me. I'd prefer that you don't lie to me. It's possible, but less common. And another possible expression would be, I'd prefer it if you didn't lie to me. I prefer the first one. I would prefer you not to lie to me. We are going to see some examples of modal perfects. As in modal simple, it is essential to identify which modality the modal perfect intends to indicate. For example, match the sentences. She must have done it. I am sure she did it. She can't have done it. I'm sure she didn't do it. She might have done it. It is possible that she did it. It's a remote possibility. And she may have seen it. It is more possible that she saw it. Okay, we are going to see that with I'm sure, I'm certain, or certainly, they are expressions which we can use without change of meaning. Remember, must have plus participle expresses a high level of certainty that something probably happened, and can't have plus participle expresses the same level of certainty that something probably didn't happen. Okay, on the blog we will post more explanation and exercises. The English T-shirt 2019.blogspot.com, and if you have any doubt, please don't hesitate to contact me on my email. Okay, thank you very much. Cheer up and patience. Bye.